Hi, you guys. How's everybody tonight? Friday night date night. I know I normally cook, but I had such great response from my posts that I had. I got makeup under my eye. I had my lashes done today, and so she always pulls off all my makeup. So sorry about that. I guess I should have fixed that. So anyway, I had such great response today with both my posts, but my one was on keto, low carb on a budget. And so I wanted to come to you. I've done a little bit of this before, but being that it's almost the new year and the new decade, I wanted to come and kind of talk to everybody about how to do this, how I do it, and different things that I do. And then also offer you a meal plan if you want it. And that was what the post was about. Hold on, hey Ryan, can you bring me my calendar? Ryan's gonna grab me my calendar. I want to show you guys. Can you bring me my calendar? Yeah. Thank you. So I have 4 different tips, but I also have a lot of just random ideas that I wrote down. I have 2 pages of notes that we're gonna go over, okay? So if you wanna take notes, that's great, but you can always refer back to this. So what I would recommend, thanks, hey, is sharing this to either your page, to a keto page, to people that you know are thinking about keto, low carb, changing their lifestyle for their health, for whatever, medical reasons, they wanna lose weight, whatever it is. And a lot of you, hi Donna, a lot of you know how much keto has changed my life, the people that are following me already, or if if you're not following me, of course, touch my nose. A little thing's gonna come down, see first, follow. Send me a friend request, I love new friends. But anyway, it's changed my life. It made 50 not so bad. I can get out of bed, I can walk to the bathroom, no problem. All of the things, right? Lost lots of weight, all of that. But I go back and forth, of course, just like everybody. You know, we have bad times, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. So, being that I'm going back and gonna go strong now, I thought, you know what? I need to teach people how I do it. I have prided myself and made it my passion to show everybody that it's easy, quick, and delicious, okay? So, and cheap. It can be cheap. It can be affordable. So the meal plan that's available to you guys, if you want, is $100 or less for a family of 4 for a week. That is, that's cheaper than you're gonna eat just normal. So it is doable. So I get a lot of people that say, well, it's just too expensive. It doesn't have to be. So I'm gonna teach you some ways that have worked for me, and then that meal plan is available. If you want the meal plan, drop meal plan in the comments as we go on, and then I'll have you added after we get off of here, okay? After I have dinner. Haven't ate much today, some bacon and some eggs, and so I'm hungry. So Ryan's gonna make us dinner while I'm doing this. So anyway, I went to Costco today, and every time I'm at Costco, and this is a hint, so if you're taking notes, write this down. If don't take notes, just share it to your page. But I always grab one of their chickens, the pre-cooked ones. And it's perfect for keto because it does have all the skin on it, which is something you want for keto. If you're low carb, it's still okay. And so it is 2 or 3 meals in our house because Ryan will take some for lunch. We'll eat it tonight. We'll probably eat or pull the meat off and make something else out of it. So those are the ways that we're going to make it affordable and delicious, okay? So let's start. Now, a couple things that I want to start with is, number 1 is I recommend if you're starting fresh. So for you that have been doing this wouldn't, it could be you as well. Clean out your cupboards, okay? So I want you to go in, I want you to clean out everything that isn't keto. Now, if you have people in the house that are doing other, things other than keto and low carb, first of all, you need to convert them. And second of all, if you can't convert them, maybe they're kids, whatever, then maybe make a special cupboard that's just for them or something. But the easiest way to make sure you stay on task and you stay on a budget is to have the supplies in your cupboards. So the meal plans that we are going to give, and the meal plan that is available to you if you would like it, all you have to do is drop meal plan in the comments. I'll get you added to the group and tagged in the meal plan. But that doesn't include your staples like your almond flour and your coconut oil and stuff like that. And I can help you shop that on a budget as well. But and honestly, the best place that I found is Costco. They have the best in my area. And I think whatever that store is called, Aldi's or whatever, they're supposed to be super, super cheap. We don't have those here, unfortunately. I would like that. Hi, Tonda. Michelle, you got it. Hi, Gail. So, cleaning out the cupboards. That's definitely something you're going to want to do. And then getting the staples in your house. Okay, so what I mean by staples in the house is your almond flour, your coconut flour, your, I use monk fruit, your coconut oils, those type of things. I'm not going to tell you what kind of spices to buy. Just make sure you're checking the backs and getting those in there, okay? So, filling your cupboards with the staples, we just said. And then what I want you to concentrate on is making a plan, okay? So, as you can see here, I don't know, I'm going to just cover my face. There you see it. That's my plan. So I have a plan for the whole month, but I have a whole plan for the whole month because I cook for you guys, okay? But you still should be planning every single week. It's all planned out for you, okay? That would be my number one tip. And how you make that plan is Google, Pinterest, using the resources. The group that I talked about where the meal plan is, that's a wonderful resource as well. Lots of recipes, lots of pictures of food with the recipe in there, so you can look at it and say, yes, I want to do that. But making a plan for the whole week, that's how you're going to stay on budget and you're going to stay on task, because you're not just planning it at, we always spend way too much money when we are like, okay, what are we going to do for dinner tonight? So one of the main reasons, and not a lot of you know this, but one of the main reasons that I chose to go live and cook and teach and try to help people was because I knew it would help me be legit, right? So you can't cheat when you're cooking live, and you have to stay focused, right? So that is one of the reasons that I started to do what I'm doing. And so that is one of the main things, is I want you to go into the Google and use keywords like keto on a budget, low carb on a budget, cheapest keto low carb meals, best keto meals on a budget, best low carb on a budget. So I'm not here preaching one or the other. I will help you with both. But that is the words you're going to use. Top 5 go-to meals on a budget. And then you would put in low carb or keto, of course. That's Google. So use the resources. This is 2019, almost 2020. We have those amazing resources out there. The next one is Pinterest. If you don't already have Pinterest and you're changing your lifestyle, you guys have to have Pinterest. It's amazing. Not only can you search keto on a budget, low carb on a budget, but it's going to give you recipes. So you make a board. You follow me for one. If you don't already follow me on Pinterest, definitely say you want my Pinterest information. I think it's just Wendy Ann. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But I have boards that I've created because I cook for you guys. And one of them is keto on a budget, low carb on a budget. And so following somebody that does it for you is kind of easy too. But one of the biggest things is, if you want to be on a budget, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes organization. And I don't mean organized like you don't have to have a big old calendar like I do. You don't have to go this crazy, okay? But you do have to be organized to save the money. That's the only way. So if you're looking at changing your life, changing your health, you have to be ready to put a little time and effort into it, okay, you guys? You're not going to be able to just be like, yeah, I think I'll cook something keto today. No, let's be organized for the whole week, okay? So a lot of people will stop because of time, because it takes too much of their time, because they think they're so busy, not over money. They'll say it's because it's too expensive, but really it's more about time, because I can show you how to eat keto, low carb very inexpensively, but you have to spend some time, okay? La 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 la. All right, number 2 is choosing meals in bulk. And what I mean by this is you can buy chicken very, very inexpensive at Costco, thighs, which is what you want for keto and low carb as well. But you can buy 20 thighs for like $15, $10, $7, depending on the pack and the weight. But thighs at Costco are crazy cheap. And so I'm going to pick those thighs, and I'm going to buy those. And then I'm going to pick recipes that are chicken. You know, majority of my recipes, which you guys have seen, are chicken or beef. I do steak, but because I'm on a budget, I can incorporate steak over here because I saved money over here, right? And there's things that I won't compromise on. Kerrygold butter is one of them, and I like steak. So if I can do these thighs over here instead of a breast, or which you don't want to eat breast on keto anyway, but if you were spending more money on your chicken, or you're spending more money on boxed things that say they're keto, and then the steak, you can't have it, right? But if you are, you can substitute steak with burger, and that's the other thing. So beef, you want to buy ground beef and buy it in bulk, and then making it recipes. So I buy the pork chops, I buy the burger, and I buy the chicken at Costco, and I break it up into, meal size, and then I freeze it, and that saves me so much money down the road, because I always pick those recipes that have burger, chicken, or steak, or pork chops. And then I throw a steak and salmon in there once in a while as a treat, because I know I've saved money, here or there, okay? And then meal planning, of course, is what we were talking about. And I have a meal plan. If you want that, just drop that in the comments. I'll get you in the group and get you the meal plan. But planning ahead with those staples. So your staples are whatever they are. For me, it's chicken, pork chops, and burger. Those are them. I throw a steak and salmon in there once in a while, okay? I buy canned salmon, canned chicken at Costco as well, because you can make chicken salads, the salmon patties, tuna. Just checking your labels. Big deal. Check those labels, okay? And if you guys haven't already shared this out, this is great because it's the new year. So share them out to your keto group, share them out to your pages. A lot of people are making some life changes right now, and so let me help them. So if you would share it out, I'd really appreciate that. And I always forget to say that. I get put in Facebook jail weekly because I share too much. So I need your help with that, okay? All right, number 3, keeping it simple. And what I mean by that is cooking a lot of the same things is going to keep it simple. But you can, and when I don't mean exactly the same meal, but the same kind of meals, okay? Like I do a lot of casseroles, and I use cauliflower a lot, and so I make sure that that's just something I always buy is cauliflower. And I buy cauliflower rice, and I have it in my cabinet, so I'm ready for a recipe that would call for that. Okay, not fancy. It doesn't have to be fancy, you guys. It's delicious. Making sure that you're buying cheeses and cream cheeses and all of those things, and those would be on your prep list. And what we're going to go over, this is going to be a whole series. I'm going to teach you how to make a shopping list, how to make the shopping list more affordable. And so that'll be a season, or this is like number 1, part 1. And so part 2, I'm going to talk about a shopping list, okay? So I'm not going to go over every single thing because it's just going to be too much. Having the staples in your house like we talked about earlier. And then just making sure you're keeping it simple. And there's a lot of recipes out there that are super fancy and woo-woo. That's great. But if you're wanting to be on a budget, and That's just a specialty thing. Once in a while, you're going to do that. You don't have to do that every single time, right? So keeping it simple, especially if you're cooking for a family, Ryan and I is just the two of us, so I can spend a little bit more than a family of four that wants to be healthy, wants to change their life, wants to feel the health benefits of it, but doesn't want to break the bank, right? So it's a little bit different for every household, okay? So number 4 is making your snacks primarily, and your carbs primarily vegetables. And what I mean by that is vegetables are very inexpensive. So you buy celery and cauliflower, like I said, and broccoli and things like that you can also use as a snack with maybe some cheese on it or whatever. And but you can also use it for your vegetable for the day, and you can also use it as your carb. So that correlates into inexpensive by using one item for several different things. I use that cauliflower because I made macaroni and cheese with it, but I also used it as a snack because I grabbed a little bit for my afternoon snack and I just ate it raw with some ranch, right? Okay, so being creative that way. All right, let me make sure I went over everything. Does anybody have any questions? I would love to answer some questions. Like I said, this is just part 1. We're going to go over the shopping list and all of that. And that's going to also, be available. If you want the meal plan, the shopping list will also be available in that group. So write meal plan down. I'll get you in there, and then you'll be able to see all of this as well. And what the best thing about how it was created is it has links to the recipes. So she created it to show everyday breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week. And then there's links that you can click on and go to the recipe. So it's pretty brilliant. Shopping all over, have a plan. Okay, so we're going to go into shopping lists, but just a side note on that. Having a list is going to be the part 2 of this, but that is the key. So yes, I have what I need here, and I have where I found it. So I put down, okay, let's see here. Let me pick one. Chicken stuffed jalapeno poppers. And then I put where I found it. I breathe, I'm hungry. That's the site that I found it on. So I can go back there, find the recipe, make my grocery list. So I grocery shop 1 to 2 days a week, 1 to 2 times a month. So I will go for 2 weeks, and then I do a lot with Costco, like I said, and then Walmart, because I don't like to shop. I hate it, actually. So I will call or type it in and order it, and then drive up to Costco, and they put it in, or drive up to Walmart, and they put it in my car. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. All right. Let me go over. I just did some dry notes over here, so let me make sure that I talked about all that. Thighs over breasts, steak, burger over steak if you don't want to do steak because it's too expensive. So one of the things to talk about there is finding out when your store has their shipments come in. So if their meat shipment comes in on Monday, well, on Tuesday, there's going to be a manager special, right? Because they have to get rid of the stuff. So making sure that you find that out. And it's very easy. You ask the butcher when you get your shipment. Some stores, and like I said, I'm not a big go to the grocery store girl, but when I have been there, there's carts full of like canned goods and there's bread, but we're not going to talk about bread. But you know what I mean? So different carts in the middle of the aisles and this and that. Another great place to get budgeted canned goods. And like when I go to Costco, I always buy green beans in the can. Like I said, I buy the tuna and the chicken and then the meat section and then the veggie section. Okay. Plan ahead, have the calendar, which I showed you. Make it fun. Like Tuesdays are always something taco. Fridays, I always call it date night, and I try to make it kind of a fun, more romantic meal. Do you know what I mean? Like I have fun with it. I don't just have the same boring stuff, but I stay in the same category. So there's the difference. So like I don't cook the exact same thing, but I stay in the same category. I use the same stuff. so I always know I have it. Store weekly, bi-weekly, however you want to do that, being very organized, but also planning it, like I just said, if the manager's food beef is on sale on Tuesday, but you went shopping on Sunday, so you go back on Tuesday and you get the deal on the meat, right? Don't be stuck in a rut that I only go to the store on Mondays. You're not going to get the best deal if you do that, okay? Eating more fat with keto. So if you're keto out there, and I know a lot of you are, and a lot of you are just low carb, if you are eating more fat, you're going to have less, you won't eat as much. So that's another reason that keto can be super affordable, because if you have your fats high enough, you don't eat as much, and so your cost is down for that reason, okay? Staying away from fancy, and staying away from anything boxed that says it's keto. Just don't do it. I mean, honestly, the only things that I maybe buy that are like that is like the cauliflower rice and things that are already prepared for me, because I am super busy, so that works easier for me. But I don't buy stuff that says keto on it because, number one, I can probably make it and it'll taste better. But number two, it's a waste of money. 90% of the time, the things that are in those boxes, first of all, probably have some kind of something in it you don't want. And two, you can make it yourself. So I can help you with that. Send me pictures. A lot of people send me pictures or at the store. Can I buy this? And I make them show me the ingredients, and then we talk about it from there. Let's see. Organic. So this is very controversial usually when I talk about this, but that is going to be a way that makes it more expensive. So I don't always buy organic, and some people are like, well, I have to have organic. Okay, well then we need to figure out how you can cut costs in other ways to make sure it's organic. So that's something that I think can come over time. You know, maybe pick and choose what you buy that's organic and what you buy that isn't. And you get into the lifestyle, you get comfortable with it, you get on the right track, and then we incorporate more organic. Okay? All right, you guys. I think I got it all. So, let's see. I'm pretty sure I got it all. It just takes planning, prepping. We're going to talk about prepping your food. So I'm going to do another one on making a store list. I'm going to do another one on prepping food, and then I'm going to cook some of this stuff too, okay? So we're going to do all of it. So we went over all 4 different things. I asked you please to share. I really, really appreciate it if you do. It helps get it out there and teach people. I know this time of the year is crazy for people wanting to find a new lifestyle, wanting to do something different. What they're doing isn't working, so let's help them by sharing this out and teaching them that they can do it affordably but delicious, okay? And then if you're not already following me, touch my nose. There's going to be 3 little dots. If you do see first, you'll see me first. I also have a text line that I can text you. I texted most of you that are on here and said, hey, I'm going live about 6 o'clock. See you then. This is what we're talking about. And I tell you what we're talking about. So if you don't want to join, you're in the middle of something, or you can always go back and watch it later, right? That's it. And then if you want the meal plan, let me know. Okay? I love and appreciate you all. I'm going to go have some chicken and salad and watch a movie, I think. So I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.